What a show today. We have Kathie Lee Gifford talking about the secret to being able to get it all done. The star of the new hit show Perfect Couples. And join me as I nap in the fitness just for you. More on the Dee Armstrong Show.
Live from the WLTZ NBC 38 studios, this is the Dee Armstrong Show.
Week 2 of the Dee Armstrong Show. It's actually day 3, week 2. That's how we worked it out. But we're so glad that you're here with us today. Welcome to the Dee Armstrong Show, Monday the 7th of February. And you know what that means? 5 days left until Valentine's. If you haven't done your shopping, shame on you. You know, the weekend never seems long enough. Before you know it, it's Monday again. But I had a huge treat because WLTZ NBC 38, we are partners with the Russell County Child Advocacy Center. And here's the treat. The center helps children who cope after having been abused, but they have a great fundraiser. And it was a father-daughter dance. I mean, I was in there, I was crying. There I am hosting and talking to the girls. They weren't paying me a bit of attention because they were looking into their father's eyes. The father-daughter dance, there they go, there they go. The girls are there, and it's a time for the girls to be able to bond with their fathers. The fathers bond. Oh, there's Miller. Miller's the producer of the show. That's not Miller, but he's right behind that guy. You know, my father used to love to dance with us, and it just brought me to tears watching that. You know, he was kind of like Fred Sanford sometimes. He would drive us crazy, but then he'd do something really sweet like kiss us on the cheek. Building those strong relationships is so very important because girls will learn from their daddy how they're supposed to be treated. Janae, you're pretty close to your dad, aren't you?
I am extremely close. So close to my dad, I went and got a guy just like him.
Oh, really?
I did.
They say you marry a guy like your dad. That's why it's very important to have a cool dad.
It is.
Speaking of cool dads, who is this man in the studio? He's the coolest, huh?
As a matter of fact, I married a dad just like my man, or a man just like my dad. I'm not sure what I married.
You married a female, and she's very
sweet.
sweet.
A wonderful lady. Good to see you. How
Thank
you doing?
you. Wonderful. He is going to be my guest sidekick today, Bear O'Brien from Kissin' 93.3. Thanks so much. You ever been to a daughter-father dance? And
I have watched him. I used to spin records. I did when I was younger and was hip, and the kids thought I was cool. I could spin records of those, and I've seen many of them, and I've been to a lot of weddings where they have the last dance with the father and the daughter, and it's very emotional for me, especially when I think about my daughter. She's got another few years before she'll be thinking about tying the knot. But
and we'll have you one day because you have that special story about your oldest daughter.
I do. I sure do.
Yeah, and we're not going to tell you what it is. You have to listen to it when he comes back. But it's a great story.
Thank you.
Yeah,
very
long
special
lost
story.
daughter.
It really is.
Yeah. How about that Super Bowl game? You want it?
Christina Aguilera, you ready? Hold on just a second. Oh, the ramparts we
yeah, but
saw the American flag or something like it.
We actually have her coming up. She's coming up. And you know, I'm going to stop laughing because I've been asked to sing that. But I take a 5 by 7, Bear, because you will almost always you'll lose your mind and you'll forget where you are.
The most professional, the most Garth Brooks of us all.
We'll do that.
We'll do that. You're on the world's biggest stage, no matter what you've done before, and those words are hard to remember. And the notes, now I'm not a singer, and I know you are, so those notes are very hard. You got to, you got the low range and the high range. It's hard to do the song. So it's...
And she's done it many, many times before, so, you know, we're going to laugh at her, but she's done it very well over and over again. You know, in the words of a Packers fan, it's a great day to be a Wisconsinite. Packers fans all across Wisconsin were all cheers Sunday night as the Packers won. Was that your team?
Yes, actually it was. I just, after they beat the Falcons, I thought, well, let them go and win the Super Bowl now so I don't feel so bad to beat my Falcons, so, yeah.
And for somebody who may not know, it's 31-25. The Packers reclaimed the Vince Lombardi Trophy, named for their legendary coach who won the first 2 Super Bowls for Green Bay. This is Green Bay's 4th Super Bowl title and the first NFL championship in 14 years. Okay, the game is over.
Did you hear that 400 people, there was a lot more than that, there were like 1,500 people that had bought seats, and Dallas thought they'd have that new stadium completely ready, and they didn't. Now, they moved about 1,000 people to different seats. Some of them got better seats because these were nosebleeds they bought for $800. There was 400 people that were turned away. They just said, we don't have room for you. The bad news, they didn't get to see the game at the stadium. They were pretty mad. Good news, they tripled their money. $800 for the ticket. They're giving them $2,400 back. So 400 people missed the game.
I like the good news, bad news.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Well, did you check out a flick at Carmike Cinema this weekend? We're going to go to that, but let's go to Christina Aguilera. You know,
you got her singing it.
Yeah, do we have her singing?
Please.
Do we have her singing? You know what? You know what? In her defense, she is a mother now. And so you're out there, I don't care what you're doing, you're thinking about that baby at home. And then I thought she was uncomfortable because she had all her clothes on.
But that's true, that's true. You put her out there in a bikini, she might have done a lot better job.
That's right. She had too many clothes on.
But let me ask you, once you do realize that you kind of messed up a little bit, why go and ruin it? I've always believed that the national anthem should be sung one way, and that's the way it was written and supposed to be sung. All those taking one-syllable words and stretching them into 8 syllables, that's just not my thing. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you like it.
And no, I've sung it for the military groups too, and they tell you straight up, D, when you come in here, you're going to sing it the way the military wants it, and that's how you sing it.
Because the focus is not on you, the singer.
Right.
The focus is on the flag and the United States of America. It's not time for you to shine. And they take it as an opportunity to shine. And I don't know, I'm not against Christine. I'm not a big fan.
Too many rows. She messed up.
Sorry.
Now, you said you're going to behave yourself. Okay. Back to Carmike Cinemas. Did you check out any movies this weekend in between the game? Then you might have seen the new #1 movie in America, The Roommate. There you go. It moves into the top spot after the weekend. It's a film that features Leighton Meester as a college freshman who becomes obsessed with her new roommate. This is actually a play on an old movie, Minka Kelly. It earned almost $16 million in its debut weekend. And then there's the 3D filler Sanctum, underwater stuff. Cave Adventure brought in more than $9 million. James Cameron is one of the producers, and No Strings Attached. That's what we're looking at there with No Strings Attached, Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman.
Today is Ashton's birthday.
Oh, it is? How old is he? 12?
Birthday. He is, no, actually, let me think. I think he's, I'm guessing now, I have it on my paper over here, but I think he's like 37, maybe 36. But today is his birthday.
Okay.
Along with Garth Brooks. I'm just kind of throwing information at you.
You just got all that stuff in your head.
Hey, by the way, I don't have to do this exercise segment with you today, do I?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Well, at least you count. You count.
It sure has been nice being here. Bless your hearts. I gotta go.
Yeah, you count. Come back in here. You know, it used to be a pitfall faced by young people. Facebook's been adopted by people of all ages. Many older folks are learning the hard way that employers are watching you. Be careful what you put on Facebook. It can backfire. Tracy Davidson reports on what every user should keep in mind to avoid regretting Facebook goof-offs.
I hate my boss.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Maybe the woman should pick up a check once in a while.
Glenn Bush never thought any of his random thoughts on Facebook would cause him any problems until his comments on the tragic shooting in Tucson. His posting.
You can't shoot people you disagree with. She was a moderately conservative Democrat and seemed like a great person.
About a day later, Bush got a letter from his boss at Coats for Kids, where he's volunteered since 2008, terminating their relationship. Here's another example.
One woman posted she was in New Orleans for a meeting, and she posted that she's off to another stupid meeting, would rather be on Bourbon Street.
We're seeing a lot of inappropriate posts, you know, people thinking they're being funny but perhaps offending people, and the shift of inappropriateness and bad posts is really starting to shift to the older person, for lack of a better word.
While many have a tendency to think the younger worker or job seeker may be a bit too free with their information on social media, job consultant Kristen Kane, who gives seminars on job searches, says all ages need to be aware.
Employers aren't just looking at Generation Y and Generation X's profiles after an interview. They're actually looking at everyone's.
More and more companies are using that to find out about employees. It's so easy to go find, you know, what people are doing on their free time.
Best etiquette advice, don't put anything on the internet that you don't want your future boss, current client, or potential clients to read. Never post when you're overly tired, jet-lagged, intoxicated, angry, or upset.
You have to be aware what you're posting, no matter how old you are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You can get it.
You know what I do on Facebook? I'm being serious. I go on there, I check, see if I have any friend requests, I check that, and then I just, you know, whatever my status is, and I'll answer anything anybody's asked, and that's it. I'm off. I don't play Farmville. I don't know how to do any of that.
Oh, wow.
And I'm very
almost doesn't
careful
work
what I
any-
post.
Yeah, it is very consuming, and you can get so relaxed that you might say something that you regret, but once it's out there, it's out there.
That's true, and I always have to check if I'm giving somebody a home phone number or something. I got to look out and see, is it between me and that person, or is it going to go out there? And I'm always making mistakes. Not that I care who has my phone number, who's going to call, but still, personal information. You got to be really, really careful with it, because you can click the wrong button. My kids, they're 15 and 11. They can run circles around me.
Haha, they all can.
Yeah.
We got somebody over there that's handling Facebook for us. It's the lovely Miss Janae Patterson. And our question last week had to do with the Super Bowl game. And we just kind of wanted to kind of see what they were going to kind of say. We asked, who's the sexiest player in the NFL? Kind of straightforward. Who is the sexiest man out there?
I had my favorite, which was Tony Gonzalez, the Falcons player. Go Georgia. But as you know, last year Tom Brady was voted like the sexiest man in the NFL, but we've got some different votes this year. Some of our Facebook friends said Brett Favre.
Oh, he always wins.
He actually
he
is
must
a good,
be sexy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Also, Reggie Bush, he's also on that list as well. And someone actually said Tony Gonzalez, so I'm secure with my vote for Tony Gonzalez.
Awesome, awesome. 2 to 1. Okay, thanks so much. We'll be back because we have a new question coming up, too.